In 1932, a routine fishing trip off the coast of Sydney turned into one of Australia's most baffling murder mysteries. When a tiger shark, captured and placed in an aquarium, regurgitated a human arm, the stage was set for a gripping tale of intrigue, crime, and mystery. This is the incredible story of the shark arm case, where a severed limb revealed secrets that would captivate the nation. Sydney, Australia, 1932, a city bustling with life and activity, but also a place where crime and corruption lurked beneath the surface. It was in this vibrant yet shadowy setting that a peculiar and gruesome discovery was made, sparking a mystery that would puzzle authorities and the public alike for years to come. On Anzac Day, April 25, 1935, Coogee Aquarium and Swimming Baths, a popular seaside attraction, experienced an event that would change its history forever. A 4-meter-long tiger shark, captured by a fisherman named Bert Hobson, had been put on display in the aquarium. Crowds gathered to marvel at the creature, but their fascination turned to horror when the shark, in full view of the spectators, regurgitated a human arm. The severed arm, remarkably well-preserved, bore a distinctive tattoo of 2 boxers sparring, making it a crucial piece of evidence. It didn't take long for the authorities to realize that this arm belonged to a victim of foul play. The unique tattoo helped the police identify the owner of the arm. It belonged to James Smith, a small-time crook and boxer with connections to Sydney's Underworld. Smith had been missing for several weeks, and the discovery of his arm led investigators to suspect that he had met a violent end. The Sydney police launched a full-scale investigation into James Smith's disappearance and murder. They faced a daunting task, as the severed arm was the only tangible evidence they had. The shark's stomach contained no other human remains, complicating the case further. Investigators had to piece together Smith's last known movements and his connections to figure out who might have wanted him dead. James Smith was no stranger to the criminal underworld. He had a history of petty crimes, including theft and fraud, and was known to associate with several notorious figures in Sydney's underbelly. Among these figures was Reginald Holmes, a wealthy businessman with a dubious reputation. Holmes ran a successful boat-building business, but his wealth was rumored to come from less legitimate activities, including insurance fraud and smuggling. Smith and Holmes had a complex relationship, often collaborating on criminal ventures. As investigators delved deeper, Holmes emerged as a key suspect in Smith's murder. Reginald Holmes was a man of many secrets. Despite his outward appearance as a respectable businessman, he had deep ties to the criminal world. Holmes's involvement with Smith included several illegal activities, but their partnership began to sour over a botched insurance scam. Holmes had enlisted Smith and another associate, Patrick Brady, in a scheme to fake the sinking of a pleasure cruiser, the Pathfinder, to collect insurance money. When the plan went awry, tensions between the men escalated, culminating in Smith's mysterious disappearance. Patrick Brady, a forger and small-time crook, was another crucial figure in the case. He had been seen with Smith on the night he disappeared, and witnesses reported that the 2 men had an argument. Investigators suspected that Brady played a direct role in Smith's death, possibly at Holmes's behest. Brady's behavior following Smith's disappearance raised further suspicions. He was seen acting nervously and attempting to distance himself from the incident. When questioned by the police, Brady was evasive and provided conflicting statements, further incriminating himself. As the investigation unfolded, a chilling picture of the events leading to Smith's death emerged. According to the police, Smith was lured to a secluded location by Brady, where he was overpowered and killed. His body was then dismembered to prevent identification and disposal. The severed arm, with its distinctive tattoo, posed a significant risk to the perpetrators. Brady, possibly with Holmes's assistance, decided to dispose of the arm by feeding it to the tiger shark, believing it would never be discovered. However, their plan backfired spectacularly when the shark regurgitated the arm in front of a horrified audience at the aquarium. With mounting evidence against him, Reginald Holmes became the focus of the police investigation. In May 1935, Holmes was arrested and charged with Smith's murder. The trial that followed was one of the most sensational in Australian legal history, drawing widespread media attention and public fascination. Holmes, despite his best efforts to maintain his innocence, faced an uphill battle in court. The prosecution presented a compelling case, highlighting Holmes's motive, his connections to Smith and Brady, and the sequence of events leading to the murder. Holmes's attempt to cast doubt on the evidence and shift blame to Brady ultimately failed. As the trial progressed, a dramatic twist added another layer of intrigue to the case. On June 11, 1935, Reginald Holmes was found dead in his car, parked near his home in Sydney. He had been shot in the head, and the circumstances surrounding his death were suspicious. The official verdict was suicide, but many believed that Holmes had been murdered to prevent him from revealing further details about the crime and implicating others involved in the underworld. The true nature of Holmes's death remains a subject of speculation and conspiracy theories to this day. With Holmes dead, the spotlight turned to Patrick Brady. However, the evidence against him was largely circumstantial, and without Holmes to testify, the prosecution faced significant challenges. Brady was charged with Smith's murder, but ultimately acquitted due to lack of direct evidence. Despite his acquittal, Brady's reputation was irreparably damaged. He lived the rest of his life under a cloud of suspicion, his involvement in the case never fully resolved in the eyes of the public. The Shark Arm case remains one of Australia's most bizarre and intriguing murder mysteries. It captured the public's imagination and left an indelible mark on the country's legal and criminal history. The case highlighted the complex and often hidden connections between legitimate business and the criminal underworld, exposing the darker side of Sydney's society in the 1930s. The discovery of the severed arm in the shark's stomach was a pivotal moment that brought the case to national attention. It demonstrated how a seemingly random event could unravel a web of crime and deception, leading to unexpected revelations and dramatic twists. Decades after the events of 1935, the Shark Arm case continues to fascinate and perplex researchers, historians, and true crime enthusiasts. Several questions remain unanswered, and new theories and interpretations periodically emerge. One enduring mystery is the exact sequence of events that led to James Smith's murder. While the involvement of Holmes and Brady is widely accepted, the specifics of their roles and the precise circumstances of Smith's death are still debated. Another unresolved question is the true nature of Reginald Holmes's death. The suicide verdict has been questioned by many who believe Holmes was silenced to protect others involved in the crime. The lack of definitive answers only adds to the case's enduring allure. The Shark Arm case has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and even fictional adaptations, cementing its place in popular culture. It stands as a testament to the strange and unpredictable nature of true crime, where reality often surpasses fiction in its complexity and intrigue. Authors and filmmakers have drawn on the case's rich details and dramatic elements to create compelling narratives that continue to captivate audiences. The story of the severed arm, the shark, and the shadowy figures of Sydney's underworld offers a vivid glimpse into a bygone era, where crime and mystery intertwined in the most unexpected ways. The 1932 Shark Arm case is a remarkable example of how a single, gruesome discovery can unravel a complex web of crime and intrigue. From the moment the shark regurgitated James Smith's severed arm, the case captivated the nation and left an indelible mark on Australia's legal and cultural history. As we reflect on this bizarre and fascinating chapter, we are reminded of the enduring appeal of true crime stories and the mysteries that continue to intrigue us. The Shark Arm case remains a testament to the unpredictable and often astonishing nature of human behavior, where the truth is sometimes stranger than fiction. The Shark Arm case invites us to ponder deeper questions about justice, truth, and the nature of crime. In an era where forensic science and investigative techniques were still developing, the case highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement in solving complex and unusual crimes. It also underscores the importance of perseverance and ingenuity in the pursuit of justice. The investigators who worked on the Shark Arm case faced numerous obstacles, but their dedication and determination brought clarity to a confounding mystery. As we close this exploration of the Shark Arm case, we are left with a sense of wonder and curiosity. The case remains a compelling reminder of the extraordinary and sometimes bizarre events that can shape history and capture the public imagination. Decades after the events of 1935, the Shark Arm case continues to fascinate and perplex researchers, historians, and true crime enthusiasts. Several questions remain unanswered, and new theories and interpretations periodically emerge. One enduring mystery is the exact sequence of events that led to James Smith's murder. While the involvement of Holmes and Brady is widely accepted, the specifics of their roles and the precise circumstances of Smith's death are still debated.